Sporcleverse, welcome. It is Emma here to bring you another game of Sporcle Live Trivia with Sporcle on air on YouTube. I hope that you guys have subscribed to our channel by now. I want to give a shout out to last night's winner, that they are returning champs, the Clam Jammers. So congratulations. Whoever wins tonight gets to have that fun, fancy graphic of their awesome team name tomorrow. So make sure that you tune in for that as well. Who is ready to get started with our game? I know I'm ready. I wanted to remind you guys that we're doing virtual trivia now. So if you've ever played Sporcle Live, Stump, or Opinionation, or you're curious and want a smaller format where you'll get to see other people playing and the host, you can check us out at sporcle.com/virtual. I'll be doing my first virtual game on Friday at 7. So if you go to that website, it allows you to get the ticket for a specific game, and I believe it tells you the host, so check that out. We also have a podcast. It's pretty awesome. You should check that out as well. It's called Question Connection, and it's available on Apple Podcasts or Google Play. So we're really trying to produce a lot of content to help people through this time, and I hope that you enjoy it and give us feedback where you feel necessary. So let's tell you how the game works. Welcome back if you've played before, but if you haven't, we'll be answering using Google Forms. The first question and sign up are at is.gd/Sporcle Live Answers, and that will end up in the chat box if you don't quickly put it in now. There are 10 questions in the regular round, and I will be reading all of them for you. And the way that scoring works, the easiest question, which is determined to be the one that the most teams get correct, is worth 10 points. The next easiest is worth 9 points, and so on and so forth. The mystery round and the new final question type are at the end. I'm really excited. Tonight's mystery round is a fun one. I can't wait to get to it. But if you guys have any questions, just type them in the chat box. But you'll submit your answer for questions 1 through 10 at is.gd/Sporcle Live Answers. And I believe we'll put that up at the start of every question, or after I read every question, just in case you guys are joining us late. Who's ready for the board? Oh yeah, let's see who we have playing with us tonight before we get started. Oh, hi Mike from Bar 43. Still miss you guys. I saw 6th place Dilly Dilly. I like that name. I think that's fun. Welcome Spartion from Michigan. Just here for the camaraderie. Glad to see you guys. We drink and we know things. That's always a fun team name. I'm glad to see you here tonight. All right. Okay. And make sure if you are submitting your team name and you have to resubmit it for some reason, keep it the same, because that's important. All right, your categories for tonight. Question 1 will be about movie heroes. Question 2 is on U.S. cities. Number 3 is about spin-offs. Question 4 is on peace. Question 5 will be about NBA teams. Number 6 is on comics. 7 is about apps. 8 is on albums. 9 will be about kids' books. And 10 is on geography. So I hope you've been playing those geography Sporcle games. I try for a lot of them. All right, question number 1. In a 1989 film, River Phoenix played what movie hero in a flashback where he steals an artifact and escapes via horse and circus train? I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your Google form. And while you're at it, why don't you tell me where you're all from? I love hearing the spread of where everyone is from. Right, you guys have about 60 seconds left. I see that we have a team where 2 members are from Michigan and 1 is from Texas. I'm so glad that you guys have worked that out. We love that this is bringing people together. And Infinity +1 from Michigan. Oh, I want my pub trivia back too. Who else out there is missing pub trivia? You guys have 15 seconds left to submit those answers through your Google form. All right, question number 1. In a 1989 film, River Phoenix played what movie hero in a flashback where he steals an artifact and escapes via horse and circus train? That's Indiana Jones. Good job to everyone that got that right. All right, question 2. Pierre, South Dakota, Bismarck, North Dakota, and Great Falls, Montana are all located on the banks of what river? You guys will have about 2 minutes for that question as well. Remember, no cheating. Please try to use your brains only. And don't put any answers in the chat box. Keep them strictly to your Google form. right, you guys have about a minute left to submit those answers through your Google form. You see, Sarah doesn't like the river questions. I hear you, they're tough. Is anyone out there from those 3 states mentioned, the Dakotas or Minnesota? All right, guys, 15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. Oh, I accidentally said Minnesota. I wasn't reading the question. It's Montana. All right, question 2. Pierre, South Dakota, Bismarck, North Dakota, and Great Falls, Montana are all located on the banks of what river? Is the Missouri River, not the Mississippi. I'm sure we got some of those out there. All right, moving on to question 3. What TV series spawned the spin-off Boston Legal, which aired from 2004 to 2008? You guys will have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your Google Forms. I have not watched Boston Legal, but what shows have you guys been watching lately? Anything good? All right, you guys have about a minute to submit those answers through your Google form. Lots of good shows. Fringe, I haven't watched that in forever. Love Criminal Minds. And I need to finish Schitt's Creek before the trivia tomorrow night. I don't know if you guys saw, but that's what tomorrow night's trivia is going to be about. So I think I'm only 2 episodes behind. I can catch up in time. And that tomorrow's trivia will be at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific. If you guys have also been streaming, binge watching Schitt's Creek, yes, that's true. You have all day. I mean, it's only 4 or 5 seasons. Or half an hour. It's great. You guys have 10 seconds left to get those answers in. Hurry up. All right, question 3. What TV series spawned the spin-off Boston Legal, which aired from 2004 to 2008? That is The Practice. Yes, another legal show. Question number 4. Who is the most recent American individual to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? You guys will have about 2 minutes to submit your answers through the Google Forms. Remember, no cheating, and don't put your answers in the chat box. You guys have been really good about that so far, though. Right, you guys have about a minute to submit those answers through the answer form. Was this a difficult question for some of you? You guys have a little under 30 seconds to submit those answers. Are people tired tonight? The chat was like really busy last week, I feel. Chat it up. Five seconds to go. question number 4. Who is the most recent American individual to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize? That, of course, is Barack Obama. All right. Question number 5. Who is the last team, other than the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs, to represent the Western Conference in the NBA Finals? You guys have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your answer forms. I know last week I asked if people miss sports and I got a resounding no, but maybe this is a different crowd. Does anyone here miss sports tonight? And so which sport are you missing? There's a lot of them. Let me know. You guys have about a minute left to submit your answers. Oh yes, Mike, I know that you guys miss baseball with your Yankees, but I have to agree with Alexandra and say go Tribe. But I'm sorry for those of you that don't like baseball or sports. I will contain my sports talk to this one question, so you can tune me out. But yeah, it's baseball season now, and it's hard. There are so many games on in a week with that sport. So it's kind of boring watching reruns of sports games. I tried. It's not very good. I saw that the spelling bee was on ESPN the other day, so that's never a good sign. You guys have 15 seconds to submit your answers through the answer form. Any other sports than baseball? And I saw people miss March Madness. All right, question 5. Who is the last team, other than the Golden State Warriors and San Antonio Spurs, to represent the Western Conference in the NBA Finals? That team is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Any Thunder fans out there? I'm a Cavs fan, personally. As a reminder to you guys, we do special events virtually. So if you're doing a fundraiser or have a corporate event that you need an idea for, just hire one of our friendly hosts. We would love to do it. It's hard to write these questions, and so Sporcle will do it all for you. Just visit sporclelive.com/events to check it out. We also do big group trivias if that's your thing too. Right, moving on to question number 6. In comics, the character is named Kara Zor-El, Jor-El, and Lara are all native to what planet? And if you're really into this and I mispronounced that, I'm sorry. You guys have 2 minutes to submit your answers and tell me if I did it wrong. You guys have about a minute to submit the answers. Sarah, you still have a minute. You might come up with it. And Remy, I don't have anything against spelling bees. I'm just used to like a baseball game being on ESPN in the middle of a day. Especially when it was like the 2008 spelling bee. It wasn't even last year's. Maybe that was a special year for spelling bees. I'm really not sure. You guys have 30 seconds left to get me those answers. Remember, put them in your answer form and not the chat box. Is anyone out there into comics without giving the answer? No. Oh, Bad Words with Jason Bateman is a good movie. I did enjoy that. 5 seconds left. All right, question 6. In comics, characters named Kara, Jor-El, and Lara are all native to what planet? That is Krypton. They're native to the planet Krypton. That's where Superman is from. So there's the comic right there. Question 7. What mobile app launched in 2012 has buttons with a red X, blue star, and green heart as part of its interface? You guys have 2 minutes to submit those answers through the Google form. You guys have about a minute to submit those answers. I heard today that Sporcle has a new app to play called Sporcle Party. I already downloaded it because I really want to party with Sporcle. But seriously, I am excited to try it out because it is a way that you can play trivia, kind of like this, but with your friends, and it's free, and so your friends just need the app too. So I think it's a really cool thing. I wish Sporcle had invented it before all this. You guys have 20 seconds left. Yeah, any apps you guys are enjoying nowadays? 5 seconds left. Question number 7. What mobile app that launched in 2012 has buttons with a red X, blue star, and green heart as part of its interface? That app is Tinder. Maybe some of you are using it right now. Perfectly fine if you are. I've heard it's a good time. Question number 8. Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, and Surfer Girl are the first 3 studio albums released by what band? You have 2 minutes to submit your answers through the Google form. Remember, no cheating, and don't put your answers in the chat box. Cheating does only cheat yourself, John. Thank you for that. You guys have about a minute to submit those answers. And yeah, David, there is still plenty of comeback time. You know, the way that our mystery round and our final question are formatted, it's still anyone's game. Trust me. You guys have 40 seconds left to submit those answers. Has anyone been watching any of those live performances by any bands? I know I brought this up last week. I still haven't, but if anyone has. You guys have 20 seconds left. You got this answer correct. Last chance to submit it. Question 8. Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, and Surfer Girl are the first 3 studio albums released by what band? That band, of course, is the Beach Boys. Yes, so creative in the naming of their albums. I'm sure we can all agree on that. Question number 9. What children's book by Bill Martin Jr. and John Archambault features the letters of the alphabet climbing a coconut tree until the tree gives way due to the weight of all the letters? You guys have about 2 minutes for this. This was one of my favorite children's books, but I'm sure there are really no children out there, so if anyone's reading any good adult books, let me know in the chat. You guys have about a minute to submit those answers into the answer form. Joel, I did not know that Goldfinger was doing quarantine performances. I'll have to check that out. But I love Dave Grohl, so I also need to check that one out. Dropkick Murphys, that's fun. Any other bands or books to talk about? These are things I know and love, but I don't want to force my opinions on you. Although I just started The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which I know is not remotely a new book, but it was on my Kindle, so I'm reading it. You guys have 20 seconds left to submit your answers. John, you like picture trivia. We did it was visual trivia last week, and that I heard was a lot of fun. I didn't get to play it, but hopefully we'll bring it back. All right, hope you got those answers in for question 9. What children's book by Bill Martin Jr. and John Archambault features the letters of the alphabet climbing a coconut tree until the tree gives way due to the weight of all the letters? That is one of my favorites. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I could probably still recite that. Right, in question 10. San Jose, California is the most populous city in a region that is known colloquially by what name, which originally referred to the large number of microchip manufacturers in the area? You guys have about 2 minutes to submit those answers through your Google form. Remember, no cheating, and don't put the answers in the chat, please. You guys have about a minute to submit those answers through the answer form. Oh, Karen, I meant to watch the iHeart concert on TV, but I completely forgot it was on. I heard that there's another big concert that they're doing soon. I think it's the Global Citizen one that they're going to put out. I'll have to check that out. Put it on my calendar. You guys have 20 seconds left to submit your answers through the answer form. Make sure you get it in because this is the last one of the regular round. Jessica, you watched the Easter concert. I bet that was beautiful. All right, question 10. San Jose, California is the most populous city in a region that is known colloquially by what name, which originally referred to the large number of microchip manufacturers in the area? That is Silicon Valley. Congrats if you got that answer correct. Sporcle is the Apple headquarters, if you didn't know that. It does not look very natural amongst all those trees, but you know. I wanted to remind you guys about our Sporcle host fund. It's still going on. Between these 7 hosts pictured, they hosted over 900 nights of trivia in 2019. We're slowly trying to help people get back to work, but there was still a lot of time missed, and it's not quite the same. So if you guys want to donate a little extra money, you can do it through PayPal to sporcle@gmail.com or through Venmo, Sporcle-Inc. That's INC. Those links have been at the bottom the whole time. So in case you forget after we change the slide, they'll still be there. But if you can't give any money, that's okay. There's something you can do for free. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. This will remind you about the different games that we have coming up. As I told you earlier, tomorrow night we have Schitt's Creek Trivia at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. There's also other trivia shows that Sporcle produces, which are really fun to check out. If you subscribe, you'll hear about the new ones, and we will be very happy if you subscribe. So please do that. It's now time for our mystery round. This uses a different answer form. So if you guys want to type in is.gd/SporcleMR, the link will also be available in the chat for you. So as I said, tonight's mystery round, I think, is really cool. The category is musicians mentioning musicians. And as anyone who's played with me knows, I like making musical themes, so I'm totally stealing this for when we're back in the real world. But for tonight, you'll give the name of the musician whose name fills the blank in each of the following song lyrics. So I hope you have fun with this. Mystery round question 1. Party in the USA, the first verse. Too much pressure and I'm nervous. That's when the taxi man turned on the radio and the blank song was on. And you guys want to make sure in your answer that you're putting what the blank is, not the person that made the song that we're referencing. All right. Question number 2 in Mr. Jones. I want to be blank. Mr. Jones wishes he was someone just a little more funky. Question 3 from Walking in Memphis. Saw the ghost of blank on Union Avenue. Don't worry, I'm not rushing through them. We're going to put them all up together in a second at the end. Question 4, from The One That Got Away. Summer after high school, when we first met, we'd make out in your Mustang to blank. All right, I'll give you guys about 2.5 minutes to think about these. They can be a little tough. Here they all are displayed for you. And remember, you're not naming the artist of the song that is listed. You're naming the artist that is named in the blank. All right, you guys have about a minute to submit those answers in through the answer form. If you need the link, it's in the chat box. Hope I didn't throw you off too much by the way that I read the lyrics. I tried to keep the songs out of it as much as possible. Have a little under 30 seconds to get those answers in. Did anyone have as much fun as me doing these questions? We have almost 200 people watching, so who has subscribed? All right, so your mystery round, I wanted you to give the name of each musician whose name fills the blank in each of the following song lyrics. For number 1, Party in the USA, Too Much Pressure and I'm Nervous, that's when the taxi man turned on the radio and the Jay-Z song was on. Right, question 2, from Mr. Jones, I Wanna Be Bob Dylan. Mr. Jones wishes he was someone just a little more funky. Question 3, from Walking in Memphis, saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue. And question 4, from The One That Got Away, summer after high school when we first met, we'd make out in your Mustang to Radiohead. Yes, good job if you guys got any of those. I know sometimes that can be a challenge. So that means it is time for our final question. This has the same format as we did last week in list 5. So this question will have 5 answers. You will earn 3 points for each correct answer you provide, and you'll lose 3 points for each incorrect answer you provide. Any blank answers will be given 0 points. So if you're unsure, you can just leave it blank. No harm, no foul. All right, here is your question. In the decade of the 2010s, there were 6 actresses with first names beginning with A, E, I, or U. Sorry, A, E, I, O, or U, who were nominated for the Best Actress Oscar. One of those 6 was Isabelle Huppert. Name the other 5. And note that this refers to the first name by which they are best known. And I'll give you guys about 2.5 minutes for this question. All right, you guys have about a minute left for this question. Thank you, John. I know some people have forgotten the vowels. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. And Joel, I bet that that's a great karaoke song. It sounds like one that would really get the crowd pumped. Anyone else like doing karaoke when we're in normal times? Or, I mean, you can do karaoke right now. There will be less people judging you if you do it right now. You guys have a little under 30 seconds left to submit those answers through the Google form. I hope that you were challenged by this question. It's what a final question is designed to do. 10 seconds left. All right, hope you got those final answers in for the final question. Just a reminder, if you are feeling a little generous or you have an extra $1 or $2 to spare, try giving it or think about giving it to our Sporcle Host Fund. The addresses are at the bottom for PayPal, sporcle@gmail.com, Venmo, it's Sporcle-Inc. It really goes a long way. Your hosts are great. I know that you guys are missing them, but hopefully this inspires you to give. And when we get back on our feet, you know, they'll be back and better than ever. All right, your answers for the final question. Annette Benning, Manuel Riva, Amy Adams, Emma Stone, and Olivia Coleman. So good job to the teams that got that. If not, you have more time to bone up on your trivia. I mean, tomorrow is Schitt's Creek, so Sporcle.com is always there for you. Also, as a reminder, I'll be doing my first game on Friday at 7 if you want to get tickets for that. But we're running trivia practically all the time now, it feels. It's really not all the time, but check out sporcle.com/virtual for when trivia shows are actually running. It's a really great experience, and you can choose from Sporcle and Stump and Opinionation. So we're there for you through this time. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be reminded about shows like mine and like Troll Trivia and the Quiz Lab. So I hope you guys had fun playing tonight. Subscribe for updates to the schedule. What else? Join my game on Friday at 7. Check out Sporcle.com for tickets to that. Keep playing Sporcle. You know, there's always fun things you can find on their website. But I had a good time tonight, and I hope that you guys did too. I hope to see you again soon, and take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye.